Hello, my loves, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know, my name is Nami, and I am the owner of n.r.b Crafts. If you would like to follow my social media, um, I will have the handles at the end of the video so that you guys could go give me a follow if you guys wish to. And today I am starting off this tumbler by applying some vinyl. And um, I did sand my tumbler and cleaned it off before starting this. As you can see, I am pulling probably about an inch or a little bit more from that backing, and I am going to cut off the backing just to create kind of a little hinge and help me with aligning my vinyl to my tumbler. So once I finish that, I will attempt my best to um, put it on pretty straight. This vinyl pattern is very forgiving because it just has random little dots everywhere, so it doesn't necessarily matter. The perfectionist in me, of course, um, thinks that it matters, even though this pattern is pretty forgiving. As you can see, it's just random dots everywhere. So now that I have tried to apply this as straight as I could, I am just going to make sure that I have enough, and I do. So now I am going to use my fingers and my little felt scraper thingy, my whatever it's called, um, to help me just push that backing out of the way and get my vinyl onto my tumbler. And I have found that using this felt scraper has helped me with applying my vinyl to my tumblers with minimal bubbles to them. So I don't have a lot of bubbles at the end of when I do a full wrap on a tumbler. I still do use my fingers here and there just to make sure that I have no bubbles or to work out certain bubbles that I do have. So now, as you can see, I am just going to work out some bubbles and going to take my nail and just kind of define that seam. And I will be cutting a little bit like um out, and here I am changing my um the blade from my craft knife because it was pretty dull. And so I am going to just cut it to the best of my abilities so that none of that stainless steel from the tumbler is showing. So then once I finish doing that, I am going to cut um a little bit from the top and the bottom just because I don't want to rip that vinyl, and sometimes, yes, I do mess up and I don't fully cut my vinyl. So after I do that, I am going to look around the full um circumference of the tumbler and just look for any bubbles that I may have missed, and I am going to put a little slice in those bubbles just to work them out so I can make sure that the vinyl is laid flat. And as you can see there, I just pushed my vinyl at the top and the bottom, and I am cutting off any excess from this um, particular vinyl. So now moving on to my next piece of vinyl. I did see this vinyl and I thought that cluster in the middle looked amazing. So being the crazy woman I am, I decided to fussy cut all of that and just went for it. So this is the finished fussy cutted piece. So um, next, what I am going to do, I am going to create a custom blend of glitter to kind of have all of the colors incorporated from that vinyl floral piece into my tumbler. So I am just making sure that I like the blend here, and I do. So I am going to go ahead and just apply this to my tumbler. So what I was going here for is kind of like a burst in the middle, but I wanted to do it under that floral cluster of vinyl. So here what I'm doing, I'm just kind of eyeballing a little uh, where I am going to place my glitter and make sure that I have enough um, of the width so that it um, so that after I apply my vinyl, I have enough of that glitter showing through. So here I am just creating kind of a baseline on my tumbler when I am glittering. And after I do that, I do tilt my tumbler just kind of to create a little ombre cascadey effect so that it's not completely covering the vinyl and I have enough of that glitter and that patterned vinyl showing through from the bottom. So once I do that, I wait for this to dry. And then I do go in with a dry brush and just knock any excess glitter off. And I do go in with a second coat of glitter. And here I'm just checking to make sure that I have enough glitter for that wider section. So I am sorry guys, I totally forgot to film me epoxying this. So I went in with about 40 milliliters of epoxy and I am just using a 60 grit sandpaper, my block. I'm just using it to hold that sandpaper, and I am just sanding down those little bumpies from the glitter. And now I am going to apply my vinyl. So since I did have a lot of intricate pieces, like those little leaves sticking out, I did take my time on placing the vinyl on here. So um it did take me a hot minute, so I did kind of speed up the video a little so that I wouldn't necessarily bore you with all of me trying to place this vinyl on here. And I am just making sure like of what side I want to start with since one is bigger than the other. And I am placing this the vinyl as best as I can to the seam of my original patterned vinyl. And you also see me, I do kind of mask off just to create a baseline and so that I can get that floral cluster straight so that I can make sure that enough of the glitter and enough of the floral vinyl is showing through. Um, or is shown off, but mostly so the glitter shows through for the tumbler, since that is a really pretty custom blend. And I did not get to finish this tumbler um, since I do need the last layer of epoxy. If you guys would like to see that, you could always go and check out the finished product on my Instagram. If you guys would like to check that out, I mentioned, I will have the handle in the end of the video. And um, so this vinyl, since it is pretty intricate, I did apply it the same way that I applied my patterned vinyl by just exposing a little bit of that sticky part and cutting off some of the backing to create that hinge because I didn't want to create any bubbles in my floral vinyl or create any tears in my floral vinyl because those little leaves sticking out, they were pretty delicate. So like I mentioned, it did take me a hot minute to remove all of that backing from this floral piece because those pieces were so delicate, and I did end up having some of them fold, but it wasn't too bad to the point that I couldn't fix it. So I just, the pieces that I noticed that were a little bit folded, I did peel it up carefully and I placed it back on my tumbler how it was originally supposed to look. So, like I said, I just put a piece of masking tape and I tried to center that vinyl so that most of the glitter would show through between those little leaves, and I am just making sure that I like how it is looking here before I go ahead and remove and start placing my floral vinyl on here. So I did speed up the video a little bit in this next part just so that I wouldn't be creating like a 30-minute video because it did take me quite a while, especially on those little like gold pieces that you see in the vinyl on the top. Those were a pain in the booty to remove the backing from, and I did, like I said, I did fold some of those over, but you can just pick it up, like peel it off of your tumbler slowly so that you won't have any tears in your vinyl and you can have those placed back on correctly and that they lay flat. So here you see me kind of maneuvering the backing so that I can make sure that all of these pieces were stuck to my tumbler. And yes, it was pretty tedious. Um, but like I said, I do like how this tumbler turned out. And so if you guys do try this tumbler design out, I do recommend not going with such an intricate design. And if you do, just take it step by step. Like I said, this is sped up a little bit, but I did take a lot longer to place this floral cluster vinyl on my tumbler and have it completely wrap around. So if you guys would like to try it, I do recommend. It is a pretty good, um, a pretty nice design. So um, yeah, just unless you want to sit there for a little bit, then I would recommend you use a design that is a little bit less intricate. So after I do this, I am just going to take my craft knife and cut at the seam where my floral clusters meet. And after that, obviously I did remove the masking tape so that I could um, align my vinyl correctly. And like I said, I do apologize that I did not complete this tumbler. It still needs the last coat of epoxy. And if you guys would like to see it, go ahead and give me a follow on my Instagram. I will be posting there shortly if the weather allows me to resin, since the room where I work in gets pretty hot. But um, I do post it pretty quickly. Um, if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. And I am going to be trying to upload videos on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So if you guys would like to get notifications, don't forget to turn on that little bell so that you do get notified when I post a video. And just as a little reminder to you guys, I am raffling off a bling tumbler. If you would like to purchase a ticket, I will have the link to my shop in the description. This helps me as a creator and just to get a little bit of funds so that I can continue doing what I love, which is creating and making videos for you guys. Um, and I hope you guys have a lovely day and Again, if you would like to see this tumbler finished and completed, I will be posting pictures on my Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will hopefully be back on Wednesday with a brand new video for you guys to watch.